Next up on the webcast is Chloe Goodchild. She's joining us all the way from the UK. Chloe, can you hear us okay?
Hi, I can hear you really well. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Beautiful. Thank you, Stacey.
Great.
Stacy.
Great. How's it going?
Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. It's wonderful. We're here at the PH Miracle Center, Dr. Young's ranch, and it's gorgeous out here. The media's here. Over half of the authors were able to make it out. Cindy Kubica here is with us, and we are enjoying the release of the first anthology book that we've published through the Panacea community, 27 Flavors of Fulfillment, How to Live Life to the Fullest. And so Chloe is just a phenomenal author, teacher, speaker, and woman extraordinaire. She is somebody I've been learning from, as well as interviewing and helping her teachings get out into the world for some time now, since almost a year now, I think, we've been working together. She's been a teacher with the Panacea community, and her teachings are phenomenal. She's an international singer. She's done work with the Dalai Lama. She has sung for the Dalai Lama at 2 different occasions. Her voice is beautiful, and she teaches something called your naked voice, tapping into your naked voice within and embodying that as your true divine self. And I practice on your audio CDs, you know, your practices of singing and experiencing that. So I'm looking forward to your interview today. And your chapter is Sounding Your Soul, Liberating the Spirit of Your Voice. So thank you so much for joining us, Chloe.
And this really speaks to me too as a singer, and also I am auditory. And this whole chapter just spoke to me. And you start this with an amazing story. It's an African story, and I just wanted to start by talking about that for just a moment.
Yes. Yes.
Can you go ahead and just share that and the meaning for you?
Yeah. Well, it's a remarkable African story that is really reminding us of this essential remembrance that the voice is really the human voice, and what it can carry in terms of wisdom and how it can help individuals and human beings to remain on track consciously throughout their lives. So this African story is it's all about this, how when an African woman is pregnant, she goes out with her sisters out into the wilderness, and they listen into the song of the soul of the child that is to be born. And this song they absorb, they listen for, they access, and then this song is actually sung at the birth of the baby, and then it's sung again throughout the life at various moments of initiation, important moments throughout the life of the individual. And that individual is reminded of this soul song, if you like, at these key points. For example, when they get married, and different moments, kind of key moments in their lives. And also at moments when, for example, if there's been, you know, the individual really is needing a certain kind of support. You know, they've maybe gone off the track, or they've lost consciousness in terms of their life, and the song is sung to them again, just to really remind them who they are, you know, and to remind them that they are deeply respected and deeply loved. And this song is then sung again at the moment of death, transition into beyond death.
It reminds me of the story of, you hear, I've heard the story of some tribes. I don't remember the name of the tribe, I'm sorry, but it's a tribe that when somebody does something that is harmful or would be considered wrong, or hurts themselves or hurts somebody else, or steals or something like that, they don't throw them in prison. They don't cut off their hands. They don't lock them up like we do. they actually circle them in a circle. They get all the tribespeople together in a circle, and they put that person in the middle, and they start reminding them of how great they are. They start reminding them of all the goodness that they've done in their lives. They remind them of the good human being that they are. And you see in this tribe how this culture is so beautifully interwoven of love and grace, and they don't, go out and rob and do crazy serious, I mean, this is like we're talking not about going out and stealing cars and running people over and all of this stuff. They get along much better. And so your story in the book reminds me of that story, which is so beautiful.
It chills. When I read it, it gave me chill bumps.
Well, that's it. You're reminding me also of when I spent some time with the Blackfeet people, the medicine elders in Montana, and they again reminded me of the power of sound, and I was really interested in the way that they use listening, non-judgmental listening and compassionate listening as a way of really helping all the members of their people to, really stay awake to the majesty and the nobility of who they are. And I was very interested, particularly because we have we call that singing circle that you're talking about, if you like, we call that the singing field in our work. And I was particularly interested in talking with them about the field, how you can create these circles of listening that are they are widespread, amongst indigenous cultures particularly, but wisdom traditions, where the circle, there's something about the circle and the way, that enables human beings to, it creates a non-threatening context within which, individuals really can express their truth, share important messages with each other. And it was very interesting that when we were in this conversation with Darnell and Smokey, these two wonderful medicine elders, they started, there came a point in the conversation where I could see they were looking at me and thinking, is this just another white middle-class spiritual shopper? We can't go any further with this conversation until we've heard your sound. And I thought that was such a brilliant response, and I said, well, my God, I'd be very honored to share my sound with you and also to hear yours, because at this point the conversation had been much more at a kind of mental level of and a sort of safe mental level. So they said, right, follow us, and they went roaring off into the reservation, and I followed them and eventually became to this little house, and they placed me in this tiny little room, and suddenly I was kind of under real sort of scrutiny, and they placed me at the other end of the room and just looked at me very, very seriously and just said, right, sing. And I thought, my God, this is comeuppance for the thousands of times that I've asked.
So what did you sing? What did you sing?
Don't think, just sing. And so I actually sang a chant that I picked up about 15 years ago, and I've sung many times, in praise of Mother Earth, of the Universal Mother. And something quite extraordinary happened, because I explained to them the chant I was going to sing was in Sanskrit, and this Sanskrit basically means a universal language. And even though it tends to be associated with India, but I started singing this song, and to the Great Mother, to the Great Mother, to the Enlightened Mother, to the Mother who is a Mother of Truth, Mother of Being, Mother ultimately beyond all form. And I sang this probably for 5 or 10 minutes. And when I opened my eyes again to actually just hear how they had responded to this, they were staring at me like I was some kind of, scientific specimen, you know, saying, and they said, where did you get that sound from? And then they qualified their kind of fascination and bewilderment, because they said the vibration and also the melody that you're singing is exactly identical to one of our high pipe ceremonies.
Wow.
And it was that moment, literally all the veils came down, you know, any kind of prior superstition or suspicion or, you know, apprehension or anxiety about whether, you know, truths could be shared were dissolved. And again, it was a real teaching to me of the power of sound to really dissolve boundaries, inauthentic boundaries between people. Very, very graphic example.
Well, your chapter in the book is phenomenal. How you go into, you know, how a person can tap into their inner voice, their naked voice, as you call it, to experience a deeper spiritual fulfillment in their life. And so, obviously, everybody here in the studio, including ourselves, wants to hear you sing. We've got like 2 minutes left. I don't know if you have your harmonium there, or if you'd want to share.
Harmonium?
Yeah, beautiful. If you want to share with us the song that you sung to the elders, that would be amazing, or anything else that comes to your heart. We would love to hear it.
Would love to hear
it. This instrument here is harmonium. You probably are familiar with the harmonium. It is a Celtic instrument. It's also used in the Sufi world. And the beauty of it is that you can create these drones, just sounds that enable you to the drone itself, for me, always really symbolizes the unchanging, that which is unchanging, you know, the unchanging presence, if you like. And you can then play all the other notes you like, which are all different colors of the unchanging home note, this home note. Let me see. May I sing you the Singing Field, which is, it's really our anthem and message, really, of the naked voice.
Yeah, I love that one, yeah.
And I've been blessed to tour with the Rumi poet Coleman Barks, and obviously this poem, The Field, is the original inspiration. Out beyond ideas of right and wrongdoing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. And he allowed me just to insert a singing field. Out beyond ideas of right and wrongdoing, there is a field, a singing field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Beyond ideas of right and wrongdoing, there is a field, a singing field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Give you chills? Does it give you chills, everybody?
Everybody here in the studio is clapping as well. That was.
Oh,
And
I love these.
I have Chloe's CDs, and I have to say that is your naked voice. You really, when you hear her CDs, it's not like, you know, you hear some music and they add so much on top of it, and so many other people's voices, and so much. But when you hear hers, it's like that real essence of human voice and soul and love coming through, and it's beautiful, and it's so unique to you. I mean, I've never heard any other music just like yours, and that's, I love your chapter and your contribution in the book and your work, and we're talking about possibly bringing Chloe out to San Diego maybe next year and doing some work here. So I'll talk. You and I will talk more about that soon.
We will, and I wish you great joy. It's a great honor to be part of this community, and I just wish you every blessing with it. It's just fabulous to be on board. Have a wonderful day. I'm very jealous. I want to be out there.
We want you here.
We wish you were here. But this is the next best. So next time you will be here.
Sending you love from one of the wildest parts of the United Kingdom, Dartmoor. I'm surrounded by ancient stone circles here, so we're all singing your praises.
Beautiful.
Such a pleasure to meet you, Chloe, and thank you again for this beautiful chapter. You know, sounding your soul, liberating your spirit of your voice, just phenomenal. And everybody, that is on page, and I have to put my glasses on to see it. It's on page 35 in the book. So this is going to touch your soul at such a deep level. So when you get your book, make sure that you read that chapter.
Oh, bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So.